We are not just covering advanced engineering topics. We are also launching a powerful series on basic electrical science to help you build rock-solid fundamentals from scratch. So if you really want to recall or understand concepts instead of just memorizing them, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. And if you're enjoying our content, show your support. It truly pushes us to bring you more high-quality, easy-to-understand videos. For detailed learning, don't miss our blog circuitmasterclass.com. We've explained everything there in a much deeper way. You will find the link in the description below. Go check it out. Now let us enter the actual topic. Let us have a discussion on the effect of temperature on the resistance of a metallic conductor. The ions and atoms inside a metallic conductor always vibrate about their mean positions, even at room temperature. But when the temperature of that conductor increases, the amplitude of that vibration also increases. And because of that, during the traveling of free electrons through the internal structure of the conductor, due to the external influence of the electric field, the electrons face more collisions. Therefore, we can say they experience more obstruction against their forward drifting motion. More obstruction means more resistance. So, with increasing temperature, the resistance of a pure metallic conductor increases proportionally. In other words, we can say that the relation between temperature and resistance of a metallic conductor is somewhat linear, obviously within a specific range of temperature. Now, let us draw. First, draw a horizontal straight line. This line is the x-axis, representing the temperature of the conductor. Now draw a vertical line at the 0 degree centigrade point on the horizontal axis. So, the point of intersection of the vertical and horizontal axis represents 0 degree centigrade. Now, consider a metallic resistor. If we measure the resistance of this resistor at 0 degree centigrade, let that value be R0. So, this height on the vertical axis represents the value R0. Now, consider an arbitrary temperature T degree centigrade. If we heat the metallic resistor up to T degree centigrade and measure the resistance again using the same multimeter, we will get another value of resistance. And obviously, that will be greater than R0. Let us call this new resistance RT. So, this height represents the value RT. Now draw a vertical line from the point T on the temperature axis up to the height corresponding to RT. This gives us a point with coordinates T, RT. Now, if we connect the point at 0, R0 and the point T, RT, we obtain a straight line. Experimentally, if we measure the resistance of the conductor at all intermediate temperatures between 0 degree and T degree centigrade, we will find that all those points lie on this straight line. So this straight line represents the relationship between temperature and resistance for a metallic conductor. And hence, we conclude that the resistance increases linearly with temperature within a certain range. Now, suppose we measure the resistance of the conductor at T1 degree centigrade. This is the point representing T1 on the temperature axis. And the value of resistance at that T1 degree centigrade is, say, R1. And this R1 will be such that the point T1 R1 lies on that straight line. Now, if we extend that straight line, which is called the temperature coefficient line, backward, it will meet the temperature axis at a certain point. And the temperature from 0 up to that point represents the temperature at which, theoretically, the conductor loses all of its resistance and becomes a superconductor. But in practice, this does not happen. After a certain lower range of temperature, the resistance of the conductor no longer decreases linearly with decreasing temperature. So, the straight line will no longer remain valid. Instead, it will deviate and become inclined differently with respect to the horizontal axis, and it will not actually meet the temperature axis in a practical situation. Therefore, practically, there is no such temperature at which a normal conductor becomes perfectly superconducting. However, if we extend the straight line, it will intersect the temperature axis at a certain point. And obviously, that temperature at which the resistance becomes 0 is only a theoretical estimation. Practically, even at that temperature, the conductor will still have some finite resistance. It cannot be 0.
So this concept is only a theoretical approach based on linear extrapolation. Hope you got the idea.
Now we shall discuss the temperature coefficient of resistance. Suppose the temperature changes from 0 degree centigrade to T degree centigrade. From the graph, we can see that the resistance changes from R0 to RT. So the change in resistance is RT minus R0. Now obviously this change in resistance depends on two things: the initial resistance at 0 degree centigrade and the rise in temperature. Let us understand this with a simple example. Suppose at 0 degree centigrade, a conductor has a resistance of 5 ohms. After increasing the temperature, its resistance becomes 6 ohms. Now take another conductor of the same material. At 0 degree centigrade, its resistance is 10 ohms. After the same temperature rise, its resistance becomes 12 ohms. So what do we observe? We observe that the change in resistance depends on the initial resistance. If the initial resistance is more, the change is also more. So we can say that the change in resistance depends upon the initial resistance of the conductor. And generally, we take 0 degree centigrade as the reference temperature. So we always consider the resistance at 0 degree centigrade as the initial resistance. Now let us write it mathematically. The change in resistance, that is, RT minus R Sunya, is directly proportional to the initial resistance R Sunya and also directly proportional to the change in temperature T. So we can write RT minus R0 is proportional to R0 into T. Removing proportionality, we write RT minus R0 equals alpha into R0 into T. Here, alpha is called the temperature coefficient of resistance. Now from this equation we can write alpha equals RT minus R0 divided by R0 into T. Now let us understand the meaning of alpha. Suppose we take T equals 1 degree centigrade. Then the equation becomes alpha equals RT minus R0 divided by R0. So what does it mean? In simple words, if the temperature increases from 0 degree to 1 degree centigrade, the increase in resistance divided by the initial resistance gives us the value of alpha. So alpha tells us how much the resistance changes per degree rise in temperature from 0 relative to its initial value. Here we have taken the temperature coefficient of resistance with respect to 0 degree centigrade. In the same way, it can also be defined at other temperature ranges. We are not just covering advanced engineering topics. We are also launching a powerful series on basic electrical science to help you build rock-solid fundamentals from scratch. So if you really want to recall or understand concepts instead of just memorizing them, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. And if you're enjoying our content, show your support. It truly pushes us to bring you more high-quality, easy to understand videos.